Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a birthday in the house. It's Desiree's 11th birthday. Let's give it up for Desiree. She's part of the Vermont Voltage dance team. Voltage fans, every time the Voltage score a goal, that Voltage fan will throw a TV bankroll squeeze bottle into the stands. So make sure you cheer for your Voltage. Fans, if you're here with a special group or it's your birthday, come to the press box and we will announce your attendance. Fans, it looks like we've got another birthday, and he's from our Voltage soccer camp. His name is Mac Daddy, and he's 15. All right. The 2006 Vermont Voltage yearbooks are at the merchandise booth. Check out the bios of your favorite players and have them signed under their picture.
Sorry about that. That's good. Thank you.
You want more court?
If there is some. That's great. Thank you. Yep. Good evening, Voltage fans, and welcome to this week's fixture, the Vermont Voltage versus the Vermont All-Stars. A team made up of Northern Vermont All-Stars from the VASL Soccer League, trying their hand at the next highest level up the ladder with the PDL Vermont Voltage. We're 3 minutes into the game. Tonight's Voltage lineup includes Bo Simic in midfield, Nate Lovitz in goal, Mark Benson at midfield, Jamie Wunsch, Chris Zura, David Purser, and Brian Leonard playing in defensive roles, Mike Forenza, and Erie Soon. And there it is, Bo Vučković hits one from 28 yards into the upper corner. His second goal of the year. And the crowd goes wild. A full packed house here at Collins Purley Sports Complex in St. Albans. Well over 1,200 people in the stands. And the Voltage are up early, 1-0 over the Vermont All-Stars. We'll see how this game pans out as the Lady Voltage upended the women's Vermont All-Stars 4-0 previously tonight. I expect a little better things from the Vermont All-Stars, but we'll see how it goes. Voltage have been playing much better football lately, with 3 consecutive wins, and more importantly, perhaps playing better, looking better, working better together, really putting a much better all-field, all-game performance onto the field. So we'll see how it unfolds. Erie Soon with a nice, Bo Simic with a nice cross to Jamie Wunsch, the right back slot, and he'll go long to Chris Zura, going up the right side. Defended by number 13 from Vermont All-Stars, Tim Duvesnoy. And we'll set the All-Stars lineup here. In goal, Andy Lane. Defender, Eric Barker. Midfield, Dusty Corrigan. Defender, Chris Sapo, and defender, Tim Duvesnoy. Midfield, Brad Mitchell, number 9. Midfield, number 6, Sam Pertosky. Number 7, Jason Leahy on the ball right now. Plays a nice ball deep into the corner for number 12. That's Dusty Corrigan. And in the midfield, number 15, TJ Mead, very famous UVM player. And up front, another former UVM striker, Tony Anderson, wearing number 11 tonight. And another hero in his own mind, the other striker, number 16, Kyle Desatel, looking like he's losing some hair these days. Just hot off the press, he was just hired yesterday as the new men's coach at Norwich University. A good acquisition for Norwich, knowing that I know that Kyle will do a very good job there, as he's done a very good job at Johnson State. Middlebury College alumnus, has yet to touch the ball. We'll see if he's fast enough anymore to catch up to the ball here tonight. There you have the lineups, and it's already 1-0 with a bomb from 28 yards in Bo Vučković. Looks like Mitchell on the ball for the All-Stars. Number 7 is Leahy to Anderson, back to Leahy. And cleared by Mark Benson. Up to Matt Stedman, the goal scorer for the Vermont Voltage. Playing this year, has scored already 9 goals out of Niagara University. Nice throw in from Erie Soon. Stedman putting pressure on the ball. Simic on the far side. Nice ball to Stedman. Stedman looks to get it across. Mike Forensis there, and he finishes with a nice left-footed volley as the defender slipped. Defender that was covering him slipped to the ground. That's number, not sure what number it is. Nice cross from Matt Stedman. And that puts the Voltage up 2-0 very early in this game. We're only 9 minutes into this match. It's already 2-0. I think it'll take the Vermont All-Stars a few more minutes to get it settled down. They are a side of talented players. Jamie Wunsch on the right side with the ball. Oh, and he's hacked from behind by Kyle Desatel, number 16. Outside of the right foot, nicely played to Zura. Erie Soon on the ball, looking for help. Goes all the way back. Vučković gets it over to Simic. And the All-Stars move forward with the ball, make the steal. And that goes quite a bit long. Simic with a nice clear. Nice long cross. The All-Stars can't quite get to it. And that'll be a goal kick for Nate Lovitz.
Tonight is TV Backcourt night at the Vermont Voltage. The Voltage would like to thank all of our sponsors whose signs can be seen around the field and whose ads are in your program. Without their support, we would not exist. So please support those who support us. We'd also like to extend a special welcome to our guests from Camp Holy Cross. Stand up and make some noise.
Erie Soon getting called for the foul on the far side, taking Brad Mitchell down. Looks like Old Man Kingsbury on the ball, Todd Kingsbury, the program director of the Far Post Soccer Club. Many of these players here tonight are involved in the Far Post Club. Great to see them all out here at Collins Pearly Sports Complex. Vučković with the outside of the right to Zura. Zura brings it down, back to Vučković. Vučković with a great left-footed ball to Zura. Zura goes long across the front of the goal, and that's going to go out of bounds. Wunsch intercepts. Desatel trying to get to the ball, and he can't quite do it. That'll be a Voltage throw-in. Voltage move the ball across the bottom of the field, and it goes out of bounds. The All-Stars moving forward. Tony Anderson in the box, and he almost brings one back just wide of the post. Tony Anderson, a former Vermont Voltage player of the past, known for his scoring ability. Certainly one of the highest scorers in the history of UVM men's soccer. And a nice long kick from Nate Lovitz. Stedman controls nicely. Voltage can't retain possession. David Purser plays it long with his left foot up the sideline. And the All-Stars will take it backwards. Vučković on the ball. Another outside of the right foot, deep into the corner. And Chris Zura can't quite catch it. Forenza with a nice turn to Zura, over the top to Stedman. Can't quite catch up to it. Andy Lane making the save, distributing quickly. Long cross from Zura to Matt Stedman. See how Stedman can do with this ball on the end line. He nutmegs his defender and then fouls. That'll be a direct kick for the Voltage. And Simic will move over to take the kick, almost a corner kick. And Jamie Wunsch gets on the end of that and heads it off the bar, but there's a foul called on him at the same time. So Andy Lane will put it back in play.
Don't forget to be here August 19th for our last game of the season, where 3 lucky fans will have a chance at winning a new car. Dave Handy of Handy Motors is providing a brand new Pontiac Five that 3 of our lucky fans will be competing for.
Todd Kingsbury puts the ball in play from the midfield.
Come to the Voltage game and have a chance of leaving with a new car.
Vučković with a nice move in the middle to clear the ball forward. And Benson plays it up to Stedman. I guess the ball went out of bounds. Anderson back to Leahy.
Or go to ccd.esc.edu. CCD, take the first step to a quality education.
All-Stars making a good effort to push the ball around the outside, being a little more patient than they have been.
Chittenden Bank has developed the right mix of solutions for you. Your financial goals and social concerns can work together in our socially responsible banking program. Welcome to Chittenden, 109 North Main Street in St. Albans.
A very long left-footed shot from Desatel. Gives Lovitz a heart attack, but he pulls it in. And plays it out quickly to David Purser on the left back spot. Brian Leonard in the middle. Purser with a long ball headed for Stedman. It'll be out of bounds. Voltage throw. Vučković with a nice left-footed ball over to Irisun. The All-Stars pick it up. Vučković displaying some more skill than he's shown all year tonight. He's really on fire. 15, TJ Meade puts it out wide, and it'll come right back in. Deep into Nate Lovett's box. And he parries it over the top, and that'll be a corner kick for the All-Stars. Simic with an outside of the right foot. Nice ball to Stedman. This is where he's dangerous. And he's taken down and gets no call from Steve Luna, tonight's referee. I think I would have had to give him that call. Zura battling. Vučković in the middle, plays it back to Simic. Back to Vučković.
Department of Forest Parks and Recreation and the 52 Vermont State Parks. The simple things rise to the surface. That's why
And there's a player injured on the field. The ball goes out of bounds.
get started on your own summer tradition. Call
We'll take a short break.
Vermont State Parks or go to www.vpstateparks.com. Reservations can be made 11 months in advance. Kids grow best with lots of fresh air and water.
Allison.
Duty, honor, and country. Since 1764, Vermont citizen soldiers have stood ready to answer the call to serve their community, state, and their country. Continue the proud tradition. Call 1-800-488-2764. No matter where you go or what you want to do, Army National Guard can set your career on the right course.
Simic with a nice ball over to Vučković. Voltage really dominating the run of play here so far tonight, as displayed by the score. Nice through ball from Vučković to Iri Sun. Couldn't quite catch up to it. And don't forget about your Vermont Voltage summer soccer camps. There's still room and still plenty of camps left. Check out the VermontVoltage.com website for all the locations, times, dates, all the details. Learn the passion of the game with the Voltage players as your coach. VermontVoltage.com.
He's got some TD Bank bottles signed by the Voltage. Who wants one? Look at down at Sparky. He's got some bottles for you. If you're making some noise, you will get one signed by the Voltage team. He's a little hard of his.
Matt Stedman with a nice turn and a nice through ball to Chris Zura on the right side. A long cross. That'll go for a throw in on the far side. Oh, and Iri Sun scores a fantastic goal on a great header from Chris Zura. What a goal from Iri Sun. Almost a bicycle kick. Almost a bicycle, 3/4 of a bicycle kick. What a goal. And the crowd is going wild here at Collins Purley Sports Complex. And that makes the score 3-0 for the Vermont Voltage. What a goal. That's guaranteed the nicest goal Iri Sun has ever scored in competition. And he'll be replaying that off the TV screen over and over. I'm sure he'll wear out the tape. And the All-Stars coming right back. Can they put one off the post? Desitel cannot collect the rebound. Lovitz plays it quickly to Wunsch, to Simic. Zura trying to get it through to Stedman. Stedman's knocked off the ball. And Wunsch slips. And that'll be an All-Stars throw-in. TJ Meade with a long ball to Anderson. Defended by Simic. This should be a good battle, and that's going to be, and they call a goal kick. Good defending from Bo Simic.
Please call 527-5426. That's the Franklin County success by 6.
Jamie Wunsch with a throw-in. Simic trying to get a through ball to Chris Zura. Doesn't quite get all of it. Irisun putting some pressure on the ball. Looks like there have been some substitutions. Jones Hart, number 3, has come on at a defensive spot. I don't know. You can sit in here if you want.
Huh?
If I can interview you, you can sit in here.
No, I don't want to get interviewed.
Sit in here.
How do I get in here?
Don't be a chicken. Go around to the door.
Where's the door?
On either end. Mike Forenza showing to the ball, and he's knocked off by TJ Meade, and the All-Stars play it around quickly. Old man Kingsbury, number 2, on the ball. And stepping into the TV announcer's booth is Sarah Lovitz, the central defender for the Vermont Lady Voltage.
I'm not talking.
We're going to get a few words from Sarah on tonight's performance and how her season progressed.
Hi, Hutch.
Thanks for coming up, Sarah.
No
So
problem.
how do you feel after tonight's 4-0 victory, last game of the season?
Feels pretty good. Would have liked to have our full team here, but I think that we did a good job with the girls that were left, and it was a pretty good victory. I think we dominated pretty much all over the field, so it was a good way to end the season.
Okay. And how do you feel your personal season went overall for this 5-7-1 team? Your second year in the league, second year on this team?
Yep. I feel like we had a few disappointing victories, but overall, I feel like I made a bigger contribution this year than last year on the team, and so that was nice. Got to play in every game. A little disappointed with our season with the record, but I think that we played a bunch of really good teams and we played them tough and mixed it up at the end of the season with some good victories and ties at home.
Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. And what are your plans for the future? What are you going to do with the rest of your life, Sarah?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm moving home to Maine to try to figure that out in the next month.
Aha, perhaps you'll need to be in Vermont next summer for another go-round with a Vermont Lady Voltage.
Perhaps that would be wonderful. We'll see.
Okay, well, thanks very much for coming up for a couple questions. Hope we didn't interfere with your late night activities here. The men's team is up 3-0, and we're only 31 minutes into the first half. They're putting on quite a show tonight. Irisun with his, did you see Irisun's bicycle kick goal? Irisun scored from 8 yards with a bicycle kick.
He's in the shower.
So we've had an exciting, and Bo Vučković put one in the upper 90 from about 28 yards in the first couple minutes of the game. And it's been exciting so far. The white team, the All-Stars, are having a hard time getting organized. Bo Simic takes another corner. Punched out by Andy Lane. Kyle Desatel gives it up quickly. Get through to him. Bo Simic leaves it for Chris Zura, and he plays it out of bounds. And the All-Stars make a comeback, moving up the field quickly to Tony Anderson.
Tony Anderson, what's he doing playing in VASL? Huh? Acting like him? I thought he was like playing in the in some higher league or got offered to.
Bo Vučković with the ball in the middle of the field, slowing it down some. Simic going long, and that's going to go out for a corner. In case you're just tuning in, it's 33rd minute in the first half. We're at the Collins Purley Sports Complex in St. Albans. Packed house here tonight, well over 1,200 fans. And your Vermont Voltage are up 3-0 over the Vermont All-Stars. Group of men playing in the Vermont Amateur League out of the Burlington area. They've been struggling to get organized in the back particularly, and not showing much offense either. So the Voltage have had their way with them at this point.
Be right back.
Sparky is making his rounds through the stadium. Vučković on the far left side with the ball. Plays it long for Stedman, who can't catch up to it. Desatel free on the left side. Not much oomph behind that shot. Looks like he could have lost a few pounds and gained a little more miles per hour on that shot.
Shortstop or Jolly convenience store. Boat headquarters. If you need a new boat, there's only one place you must go. Boat headquarters in Swanton, Vermont. Just call Kevin at 868-4444. The place where real boats are.
Old man Kingsbury bringing it up out of the back. Cleared by David Purser. Looks like Purser and Wunsch have switched sides defensively. TJ Meade with the ball in the middle. Goes long for number 6, Sam Petrovsky. Another former Voltage player, Sam Petrovsky, number 6. Nice ball played by number 11, Anderson, and the Voltage maintain possession. Number 12, Dusty Corrigan, getting off a right-footed shot there that goes over the bar. Coming in for the All-Stars, number 5, Mike Wolf. Coming out, Dusty Corrigan, number 12. Stedman reads him like a book, and the ref won't give it to him. Stedman usually powers away from those defenders. Looked to me like he was tripped, but the ref would have none of it. A nice kick from Andy Lane. TJ Meade in the middle, over to Eric Barker on the right side. Easily saved by Lovitz, as I'm corrected by his doting sister, who's still in the booth. Simic goes down hard and he comes up limping.
It's already 3-0.
Long ball played in by, looks like TJ Meade, taken easily by Nate Lovitz. Stedman on the ball. Can't do anything with it. Stepping into the TV announcing booth, we have none other than Allie Wool, another player from the Lady Voltage, who came in graciously enough to come in and answer a few questions.
Good evening.
Thanks for coming, Allie.
Thank you for inviting me.
Let's hear about how you played tonight's match, the 4-0 win over the Lady All-Stars from Vermont.
I think I played okay. Not my best game, but I worked hard, and I think we played well as a team. It was good to end the season with a good win. I felt good about it. Sarah Lovitz had a great game in the back. I think we possessed the ball good. Well. Very well. She's going to be teaching American youth.
Okay, and tell us about your season overall. How did your season end up, and how did you feel about your Voltage experience, Lady Voltage experience?
Well, I came into the season injured and out of shape, and then I found my way up on the front line, which I loved because I've played thanks to Sarah Lovitz and Kristen Luckenbill. And
what does that mean exactly?
They had my back. They were helping me out. I don't know, I had a great season. I hadn't played in about 2 years except for playing training in South America, but not in any game-like situations. And I think that Voltage was run really well, coaching was great, and I had an awesome season.
Well,
and I had
good.
fun every day.
You had fun every day.
Of course.
That's good to hear. That's
Yeah.
rare in the soccer world to have
Nope.
fun every day.
Hamilton? Oh, yeah. When I played keeper against Hamilton, that wasn't the best situation.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle, but
yeah.
it was generous of you to volunteer your services for that night.
Yeah, it was. Let's just say I think I would rate this season, although we didn't come out and make it to the playoffs, I'd give it a 10. I loved it, and if I'm in shape and able to come back next season, I would love to.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
Thanks.
And I'm glad you had a good experience this year. We certainly changed the look of our team when you ended up on top of the game, on top of the field in the striker position. Really gave us a different look. Several coaches exclaimed to me how much harder it was to defend us with you up on the top, being tall and strong and fast.
Yeah, I just need to work on that on the off season down in the NC.
Yeah.
It's North Carolina.
Tell us about your new career.
My new career, I will be a Spanish teacher in a private school in Asheville, North Carolina.
Are you going to come back with a southern accent, do you think?
I hope not. But if I do, that's okay. I accept all accents.
Okay. Well, thank you, Allie. Thanks for coming to the booth.
Thanks for being my great coach all season.
My pleasure. And
ciao.
We'll see you a little later on tonight.
Thank you. Hey, you're supposed to be mine.
That's all you came back with?
Your wife?
No.
Oh.
Friend visiting. Things have slowed down here at Collins Pearly Sports Complex. Certainly the white team is not looking that fit. And the yellow team, the Voltage, are letting them push the ball around at the moment. I'm sure they're happy to go into the locker room with a 3-0 lead. And they'll be looking to get some more in the second half when they come back. We're in the 44th minute of play, looking for about one more minute to go. Voltage certainly are in no hurry to move the ball down the field. Vučković in the middle at about 35 yards. He's going to play it out to the side to Mark Benson, who will undoubtedly get it across. Gets it across. Andy Lane struggles with it and then recovers. And he'll have a goalie kick.
What a beautiful night.
Andy Lane with a massive punt down the field, all the way to Nate Lovitz. And he throws it up quickly to David Purser.
Yeah. Awful. I don't think I had like the first touch.
And I tried to pass to him.
Looked offsides from here, but they play on. Stedman in the box, working his magic, and he can't communicate with Erie. Andy Lane comes up with it, throws it out to number 5, Mike Wolf. Erie soon over to Bosimic. Back across to Mike Forenza. To Simic. And we're at 45 minutes. And we're now into injury time in the first half. There won't be much of it.
Who's that? Is he good? Where did he play? UVM? Really? When?
TJ Meade with a long ball intended for Anderson. Cleared by Purser. Kyle Desatel having a hard time getting out of his own way.
my shorts for this game. TJ Mead.
Was number 9 out? Who's TJ Mead?
Matt Stedman's going to win the ball. Tries to get it back to Erie soon and almost does. Intercepted. Nicely intercepted by Vučković. Looking for the shot, and he goes to Stedman. Stedman, who misses the cross. Vučković with a nice play there. Who would know that he's 35 years old? Referee looking at his watch finally. And there it is. That's halftime. Your Vermont Voltage 3, the Vermont All-Stars 0. We'll be back in a brief moment. Okay, Voltage fans, we're back for the start of the second half after a prolonged rainstorm and lightning delay. This is for television. The Voltage are back in action. We're starting the second half. The fans have cleared out in fear of lightning, but we're going to finish this game. 45 minutes to go with the Voltage up 3-0 over the Vermont All-Stars. We've switched sides, and there's a new goalie in for the All-Stars. See if I can catch his name. I don't have a name on the new goalie or a number, so I'll have to ask someone that knows more than I do. But we have a new goalie for the All-Stars, and the Voltage are back on the field. Take a few minutes to get warmed up. Tony Anderson sprinting down the outside, broken up by Mike Ferenza and Chris Zura. Vučković over to Mark Benson. Vučković over to Wunsch. Back to Vučković. Simic with a nifty move.
Sir, could you just move a little bit this way? Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
And the Voltage get a cross off, and that's cleared out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick for the Voltage. And the weather has cleared here in St. Albans, Vermont. For now. It looks like Bo Simic is coming off for Nathan Demers, a Middlebury College player. Coming in for Bo Simic. Taking half the night off. And there's a goal. Pulled back off the line. Looks like it had crossed the line. Scored by Jamie Wunsch, number 4. His second goal of the year. Well, quite an indoctrination there for Wunsch. And there goes the Voltage, 4-0 over the Vermont All-Stars. 2 minutes into the second half. Yuri Soon defending. Brad Mitchell on the ball. Number 23 for the All-Stars, Luke LaRoche is in up front. Luke LaRoche, number 23. Looking like he had plenty for lunch out there. Mark Benson showing some nice skill. David Purser plays it long. Mike Forenza in a foot race on the far side. And he pulls up a hamstring. He's going to be down and out. Mike Forenza on the far side pulled his hamstring. So it looks like Mike Forenza will be done for the night. And Mirza Korachkic will be coming in. Brad Mitchell in the middle. And the turf has gotten slippery. Anderson with a decent shot with the outside of his right foot. Goes over the top.
You just gotta like get rid of them. Oops, we left them in Toronto.
David Purser with a long throw in. Quickly taken across to Nathan Demers. Wunsch bringing it up the side. He plays a nice through ball to Stedman. Stedman beats his man. And there's a mix-up in there, and Stedman puts it away. Great play from Matt Stedman all the way around. Unlucky not to get it the first time. And that puts the score to 5-0 here. Collins Pearly Sports Complex, July 26th. They just play games.
Right. That's what I mean. So it makes
James
you feel-
McCarron coming on for Erie Soon. Coming off, Tony Anderson. Going on, number 17, Morrow Gardner. Gardner Morrow, number 17. Highly touted UVM recruit, Gardner Morrow. What do you like about watching?
I like how he plays. Or how he played when he was on playing. Smart player.
Voltage showing excessive control of the ball.
Yeah. Not the baby. They're gonna be staying home. Why doesn't someone wear a cap band on our team? No, on our women's team. This would be lucky.
Ready for every Sunday is Queen Sunday. Come and meet Voltage and Lady Voltage players.
Voltage having their way with this team in white here tonight.
Read on 50 Union Street.
Nice pass. And a nice goal from James McCarron, his first few minutes on the field after being injured for the last 6 weeks. James McCarron finishes nicely on a nice cross from Stedman.
And the goal by James McCarron, number 20.
And coming in for the All-Stars, number 4, Alex Elias. Coming off, number 7, Jason Leahy.
Quiznos, many locations throughout Vermont. The new Southern Jam, tasty, delicious, and yummy. Quiznos.
Number 19, Nick Mead. Playing alongside brother TJ Mead. Nice through ball to Gardner Morrow. Defended easily by Brian Leonard. And that'll be a foul on number 21, Chris Sappo. Coming off is Mark Benson and Jamie Wunsch. Coming on, number 23, Ashton Herwine and Tierno Diallo.
Going in, number 22, Diallo Diallo.
Where do you want to be from?
Tierno Diallo.
Where's he from?
Also
French
going
Guiana?
in there was Ashton
Matt Stedman doing well to stay on his feet.
Yeah, French Guiana. He said Guinea. And he's lived in France.
How do you end up here?
The All-Stars putting some fresh legs on the field have picked it up a notch decidedly here.
Where's camp? Are all the campers still here?
The campers leave? They left? No, they're the bus. Who left with them?
Oh, I tried to get down.
Who left with them? Who left with them?
We're waiting right now.
Why can't they come back out?
I'll give you a call later.
Yeah.
Right, this weekend. Mike can be there.
Woohoo!
You're gonna let me send
Are you gonna send an email out?
Yes. I will get on that they haven't had the computers open. Where did he go?
From CS at Sticks and Stuff. Sticks for lumber and stuff for all the things you expect from a great home center.
Vučković with the ball in the middle. Plays it over to Demers. Back to Vučković in the middle. And he's shut down. And he gets it back to Stedman. Stedman tries a long one. Doesn't have much success with that.
Visit us online at ncare.org.
David Purser with a brilliant long ball across the field. And looks like Chris Zero couldn't catch up to it. Long ball coming out of the back, and that'll go out of bounds. Brian Leonard gives it up, and that'll be saved by Lovitz. She's making out in the back of her car.
Your car's not here. Her car's not here.
She's making out in the back of his
No,
car.
Sealy's on the field. Do you want? Oh, no. She's so sad. Call Lucky.
The All-Stars mounting a concerted attack here, keeping the ball in the voltage half for more so than they have all game at this point. Barker puts it up to Meade, to Mitchell, and intercepted by Demers. And the Voltage bring it back. Can't maintain possession. They will end up with a throw-in to McCarron. McCarron certainly one key player that the Voltage have been missing for the middle half of the season due to injury after an away game in Ottawa where he was taken out, broken ankle, just getting his fitness back this week. His first showing in 6 weeks. That'll be an outswinger, cleared by TJ Meade. Vučković on the ball. McCarron battling. Gardner-Morrow can't control it. Purser throws it back to Diallo. TJ Meade with a nice ball forward. That's not TJ Meade, that's number 4, Alex Elias. Lovitz with a save. He plays it quickly and he plays it long to Matt Stedman. Stedman beats his defender. He's all alone in the box. All-Stars moving the ball forward with a little more success than they've had in the first half. Vučković with the ball in the middle, trying to slide it through. Gets it to Zura. And Ashton Heroine is offsides on the far side as he comes to meet the ball. That'll be a goal kick for the All-Star, an offsides direct kick for the All-Stars. Gardner Morrow. Diallo on the far side. Vučković in the middle, putting it far, and no one's there. Knocked down by McCarron. Ashton Heroine up to Vučković, and that's going to be deep into the corner. Zura just getting outrun by the goalie from the All-Stars. That'll be a voltage throw-in. Brad Mitchell calling for it, and he gets it on the right side. Well tackled by David Purser.
Where did Brian Mitchell play? Played or played?
That'll be an all-star throw-in.
No. Who's that? Oh, I could wait. I should run to myself.
Brad Mitchell wide open on the right side. Puts it across. That'll be a goal kick.
Hopefully I'll play it. I said, what am I going to do now that there's no more practices? I have like 7 months of running by myself. I could join the Charlotte Eagles and pray every day. Read the Bible every day.
Nate Lovitz with a goal kick.
Good job, Nate.
Come visit Dave Nanny Pontiac at 191 Ridge Street in St. Albans for all your new and used car needs. Stop by or call us at 524-6531.
How lucky can
All vintage camps still have spaces available.
TJ Meade plays it wide to number 3, Jones Hart. Ashton Heroin with a nice lead ball to Bo Vučković, who catches up to it. And he's one-on-one. Plays it across nicely to Stedman. Can't quite find the handle. He takes a weak left-footed shot. I'm sure Vučković wanted that one back. Nick Meade plays it back and around. Chris Sappo. To Brad Mitchell. Plays it over to Hart. Diallo battling with Gardner Morrow on the far side. Cleared by Diallo, or Nathan Demers. All-Stars win it back. Nice through ball to Vučković. He's got Stedman on his right. And he takes a left-footed shot. With a save by the All-Stars goalie. Luke LaRoche with a decent left-footed shot. Stedman with a nice play to receive that, up to Zura quickly. And Stedman gets it back to Zura for a shot. Vučković on the far side.
Way back. What? Holding it out and then in one, too.
Stedman plays it wide. Looks like we have a voltage corner. Low and driven.
Yeah.
Stedman finally gets one tonight. Off the rebound, Matt Stedman. That'll make it 7-0 in the 75th minute of play.
No.
And we're back in action. The Vermont Voltage leading 7-0. Collins Pearly Sports Complex. Voltage literally having their way with this all-star team. Purser with a nice header out. McCarron chasing. Well taken by Ashton Herwine. Mirza with a nice play back into the middle to Demers. Up to Vučković. Pass the ball. There you go. Tierno Diallo gets it on the right side. Nice through ball. Another one to Stedman. Looks like Mirza on the ball. Plays it high and straight to the goalie. Not Mirza, that's Chris Zura on the far side. McCarron to Vučković. Intercepted by Zura.
Changed it to my dad. Nate Lovett's making a nice sliding save in the top corner of his box. Nathan Demers gets it over to McCarron.
Voltage moving the ball around very well right at the moment. Brian Leonard with some nice footwork. Tierno Diallo with a nice chip up to Stedman, but he's not going to be able to catch up to it. Vučković intercepts. Gets it across to Zura. Can't control it. And the All-Stars can't clear it, and there it is.
Miguel's Irisboro on Lake Street in St. Albans, the official post-game hangout for the Voltage fans and players. Come meet the players and get excellent food and drinks after the games at Miguel's in St. Albans.
Looks like number 3 from the All-Stars, Jones Hart, with a yellow card on the far side of the field.
If you're ever in any need of any legal advice, turn to James Levy, the lawyer that the Voltage trusts the most. James Levy is one of the most trusted lawyers in Vermont. He's a proud sponsor of the Vermont Voltage.
Ashton Harwan with a decent shot from his right foot. Quickly distributed up to Morrow.
Going to? I went to the Frosties tryout with my dad on Sunday. It's going to be the semi-professional basketball team in Vermont. Did you try out? No, we probably could have. Try it as awful? No. Is it girls? Men. Really? Yeah, I did. College? No. I was considering it.
I did too, and then I broke my hand the last game of my summer season last week. So I didn't want to sit on the bench and then practice that day with a broken hand. I knew I went to the garage. Maybe like sophomore and senior year. Good cry.
Through ball to Stedman, and he gets it, and that's going to be another goal for Matt Stedman. He is a clinical finisher, there's no doubt about that. Matt Stedman, second goal of the evening. That brings the total to 8-0. Vučković putting on a clinic of his own there, getting the ball through to Stedman. And we are into the 83rd minute of play. Voltage thoroughly dominating this All-Star team. As expected to a point, I don't think anybody would have predicted a score of this one-sided. I think last year they barely won this game. The Voltage barely won this game 2-1 or 3-2. David Purser defending. Luc LaRoche doing his best. Diallo on the far side up to Zura. Back in the middle to Vučković. Karen with an errant pass through the middle. Well played by Brian Leonard. Demers tries to force it through the middle.
Fans, make sure you stick around after the game because the players will be available for autographs and photographs on the field.
Mirza battling on the far side. Can't win it, and the All-Stars come back forward.
See you here next Wednesday when the Voltage take on the High-Tech Soccer Club at 7:30 p.m.
McCarron trying to go for Stedman. Purser battling through and tackled by number 19, Nick Mead. Zura goes all the way back to Leonard and back to the goalie. I don't think the Voltage are in any hurry to score another one. Eric Barker getting into it a little bit with Bo Vučković there in the center of the field. Voltage trying to slow the play down and run out the clock by playing back to Lovitz again.
I like those Voltage sweatpants.
Vučković playing it out of bounds. Running the clock down. Nick Mead with a nice move. Gets off a shot that's blocked by David Purser. Brad Mitchell on the ball. Floats one across. Luke LaRoche wide open. Plays it back across. A nice play. One of the few bright spots for tonight's All-Star team is that last little foray showing some skill. Nick Mead plays it down to Brad Mitchell in the corner. He's got no help. David Purser defending well. Ends up with a goal kick. A long goal kick from Lovitz. Vučković plays it quickly and nicely out to Zura on the right side. Stedman waiting on the left. And they slow it down too much. And the defense is allowed to come back in.
Wait, when was that? My senior high school. That stinks. How long were you out for? Oh, you did?
All-Stars showing a bit of energy here in the final 5 minutes of the match.
I kept asking her number. 20. She's 15. Guy in the white shirt.
And there it is. Thankfully, that's the final whistle of an interesting match. Your Vermont Voltage 8, the Vermont All-Stars 0.